Okay, so now that we've learned how to navigate the Chrome extension a little bit more, we will learn how now to record a session, so something that we're going to seek to edit. So now that we've clicked on our Chrome extension, we can choose once again between what we want to record, the whole desktop, the tab that we're on in the browser, or just our webcam. Notice that automatically chose the mic that I'm using, which is the mic built into the laptop, and the video that is built into the laptop. So without further ado, essentially you're going to click record. One important thing of note before we even record is in the option menu, you want to make sure that it is set up to save to Google Drive. So that way, if you're already logged in with your Google Classroom or your Google login, it should be set up so that it goes right to Google Drive. So that way, once you're finished, it goes right into a folder located in your drive. So we are going to begin our recording. So we chose all of our settings. I want to show you the whole desktop. And now I'm going to hit record. So you'll notice a couple things happen. So now we have to choose what we want to share. So we're going to share the entire screen and not just the window that we're on. So I'm going to share that. So once we're sharing, notice there was a countdown timer. That countdown timer always happens when it is having you record. So you'll notice Screencastify at the bottom here. It says screen video recording is sharing your screen. So it's just to let you know. One thing that's interesting is you can hide the screen sharing section. So that way you don't need to see it. It's out of the way. Similar to our video. So our video is sitting here automatically, and we can move this from side to side to get it out of the way while we're recording. One thing to make note of is that there is a red dot above the Screencastify Chrome extension. That means that it is recording as well. So once we're set up and we are recording, we have our video. Now we can have ourselves being seen, but if that gets in the way of what you're trying to present, you can also close it out. So once it's out of the way and we are now recording, you can go into your presentation or whatever you're working on. So if you notice, if you clicked on the recording section, it shows your time, your desktop, so what is being recorded, auto stop is not on, and the fact that you can pause your recording and pick up where you left off, stop it, or hit the back button, or delete it right away. So let's begin. So we're going to say we're going into to show somebody how to go to Classroom. So in Google Classroom, what we want to do is have them click on Classroom. So we showed them what we're doing. And if you'll notice, so as I moved into a certain section, a menu comes up. Now this menu is actually just set up for Screencastify. So we'll discuss the menu while we're recording because this will help you while you record. So in this set of options, there's key commands that you can hold. So if you notice, the pen is Alt-P, the square is Alt-R, the stickers are Alt-S, eraser is Alt-E, and embedded webcam, so Alt-W. So we have a webcam. So that is what I was saying before. We can close it out in this option menu. While we're doing that, let's go over some of the usages of it. So with the focus button, you have a clicker, you have focus, you have the classic arrow, and you have fireworks. These are all new additions to the Screencastify. So if I click on something, it'll circle it right now. Let's say I have the focus button. It will make sure it highlights a certain area. The classic is just your arrow, whatever arrow you're using. And then fireworks, which is also like a fun little setup. Right now, it will not show because I'm actually using a separate attachment. So let's go back to the standard click. Let's see what else we have in store. So we can minimize this option menu, and we can also move the option menu around. So we're going to go back. So we're going to save the mouse setting that we're using. You can also use pen. So a pen is really good. So let's say we want students to go to Bio 2. We want them to click on Bio 2. So we can make an arrow. We can choose our colors that we want. And we can also click clear screen, which is a particular way to clear everything that we've drawn at the time. Now, if we go back, we can also use a rectangle shape, which is similar to the pen. However, I can use a square instead and box out the whole area. Again, you can choose different colors for both of these options. Now, if I want to clear everything that I just did, again, clear screen. Now I go back to my option menu. Let's say we have stickers. We're putting stickers everywhere. We are also putting pen stuff everywhere. and we did all this, but we want a couple of things to be erased. Now, the beauty of the erase as opposed to clear screen is that you can erase particular things at a time. So I can only erase whatever I choose. So if I only want a certain section to erase, we can do that. So I want to go to clear all. I can click on any of the options, such as pen, rectangle, or stickers, to clear the whole screen. So I've cleared the screen. Let's say I explain to students, I want you to go here, click on this, and we want to go back, and I want to go to the mouse. I'm going to click on it to show them, okay, you go to your period 2. So we're in period 2, and we finished what we attempted to do. So now when I hit stop, it will end the recording. If I hit pause, it will simply pause it for the time being, so you can look at your notes or figure out what you want to do to add to your video. So we're going to stop the recording for now. So once it stops, what will happen is it will automatically open a folder in Screencastify. So it's transcribing it so that you are now in the preview mode. So you're not necessarily in the editing section yet. Once you are in the preview mode, you can see your length of time. You can cut some of the display, and you can also go full size or hit the speaker so you can hear your playback. Because we're doing a presentation, we're not going to do that. We're going to go right into the editing process. So from here, you can also label it. You have your same option menu that you've had before. And you can also look at some of the video details, the specs. Okay, so what size it is, how large a video, etc. So and you can also delete it as well. And from this menu, you can share in a couple different ways, Google Drive, and you can feel free to explore this. You can add it right to YouTube. You can embed it in the email, set codes if you're going to put it on maybe one of your pages on the MPHS webpage. So now let's go into the Open in Editor. So once we click that tab, it will open the editing software that's built into Screencastify. This is where you can add more information, create breaks, add text and highlight. You can crop sections out. You can zoom in. You can now blur, which is also new. The text I actually specifically like because now I can call attention to certain points within the slide. So we will come back to that in our final video, and that will be the end of that for today.